When you're foraging, one of the first plant families you probably learn are the mints. Henbit, or Lamium amplexicoli, is a mint. So is Glaucoma heteracea, otherwise known as creeping Charlie or ground ivy. And so is purple dead nettle, Lamium purpurea. And you'll probably learn how all of these plants have small flowers and opposing leaves and square stems. And usually we say, all mints have square stems, but not all square stems are mint. But nobody ever told me which other plants have square stems that aren't mints. And since I knew this question would come up inevitably on one of my tours, I know the answer. The first is Verbena simplex. It's a member of the vervain family. This plant is native to the northeast of America, however, it has become somewhat rare. Although I understand from friends in Minnesota, it does grow quite comfortably there, around areas with sparse vegetation or near roadsides. In places like Massachusetts and New Jersey, it's considered endangered. Although I have not worked with this particular plant, I understand it has some of the same properties other vervains do, being antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, and an analgesic for pain. The next is purple loosestrife, Lychrome salicaria. The roots and leaves of this plant are edible, and the flowers make an edible dye. Because it has antibiotic properties, this was really helpful as a wash for wounds. Enjoyed as a tea, it can help detox your GI system. And finally, stinging nettle, Urtica dioica. Because you've spent so much time trying to avoid being stung by the hairs on this plant, you probably didn't notice it had a square stem, but there it is. Although this plant should not be eaten when it's in flower, it is a great source of iron. And medicinally, it's immune boosting, a natural antihistamine, and an anti-inflammatory. So the next time people talk about the square-stemmed mint, you'll know 3 other plants that have square stems too.